So, to review what we covered, remember that the big idea we focused on today was genetics. Genetics is the study of how traits are passed on from one generation to another. This process can also be called heredity. Remember that genetics is the study of this process, and that the actual process of traits being passed on from one generation to the next is called heredity. If we can recall our semantic map and look at it, we see that everything we covered today has a tangible tie back to genetics. However, if we look at the foundational elements, most of what we talked about today relates back to DNA. Remember that DNA is the foundational unit of genetics, and it is what carries all of the information organisms need to pass on traits to their offspring. Part of how DNA does this is through chromosomes, which are inherited from both parents and make up the genetic material of organisms. Through these chromosomes, the genetic makeup of organisms that is inherited from parents ultimately makes up an organism's genotype, and from that genotype, DNA sequences lead to the expressions of genes in observable ways and create an organism's phenotype. It is this unique genetic makeup, also known as their genotype, and the observable expressions of these genes that lead to the differences in observable traits, or phenotypes, that create the uniqueness and individuality of each organism and their species.